often wonder how we get certain things to the island. How do we get certain items, vitamins, or boat parts that we just can't find anywhere in the island? So we have to have them shipped in. So today, that is what I am working on today. I have to put an order in, usually using Amazon or eBay or something like that, or even boat parts we can get from somewhere else. And then I have to order them, and then I send them to a shipping agent. We are currently in St. Vincent, and so we're using Tropical, because Tropical ships to St. Vincent. It ships it actually to the mainland of St. Vincent. So I put all of my things in an order. I ship it to their shipping address. They collect it. They put it into a big crate, and it takes a while. So once I order something, even if it gets to them the first week, it usually takes about another week for them to actually process, put it all into, take it into the warehouse and put it all into the right compartments, and ship it to us. And then it gets on a boat, and that takes another week. So just recently we ordered a brand new generator, and let me tell you, this generator went on a big travel. The original shipping, the original company that we bought it from did not put the right shipping label, because Tropical has to accept it with a particular type of label. Otherwise, they just get hundreds of thousands of probably packages in, and then of those packages they have to figure out what goes to what, and they didn't label ours correctly. So that was step one. So it went to Tropical, but then Tropical couldn't figure out who it belonged to for quite a while, so that it sat at Tropical. And then when Tropical put it on their bus, when Tropical put it on their boat and shipped it to us, it made it. And then there was 2 days of holidays, one for COVID and one for a holiday that St. Vincent has, that caused it to delay getting going through customs. So once it got through customs, we have a broker who we've coordinated with that's in St. Vincent, and then that broker was to put it on a ferry to Beckway. Well, we had moved at that time and we were in Canawan, but I told her that when it finishes customs and before you put it on the ferry, let me know, because 24 hours in advance, so that we could get back to Beckway. Well, the day that she was going to put it on the ferry, we had no idea, and we just decided to come back to Beckway. And so now we're en route to Beckway, and she sent me a text that said, "Oh, I'm going to put it on the ferry to Canawan." And so by the time I got phone service again in Beckway, our package of a generator was already on the ferry going to Canawan, and we were now in Beckway. So then we had to wait for that ferry to turn around in Canawan and go all the way back to St. Vincent mainland, so she could receive the items there, put it on the ferry to Beckway. So now she puts it on the ferry to Beckway, and it doesn't get here till I think it was a Saturday night, I believe. Yeah, it's a Saturday night, and it didn't arrive in Beckway until Saturday night on the 7 p.m. ferry. So we were told that by other cruisers that it takes a while for them to unpack things, so you don't have to be there right at 7 o'clock. So we were there probably 7:30, and by 7:30, the ferry was shut down. Like, we could see there was a cage. They had locked our generator in a cage, but we still couldn't get to it. So now, after this generator has traveled to the wrong island and come back, and then traveled in the wrong ways a couple other times, and then now it's in the ferry, and we're like so frustrated because we could see it. So we came back on Sunday morning because, of course, we didn't want the generator to go back on the ferry to go back to the mainland. And of course, that particular day, because of COVID, they had canceled the Sunday morning ferry, so we got up and went there for nothing. And so it finally was Monday morning before we could get our generator. But that is kind of a normal thing when it comes to getting stuff from the islands. It is not an easy thing. We used to have friends that would fly in, and when our friends would come to visit us, we'd send them a suitcase, and they would pack all of these things in a suitcase, and they would carry it to us. But with COVID, we haven't had anyone to be able to come and visit us for a while, so that stinks. But anyway, so that is the life of trying to get things delivered when you live on a tropical island. So there's some beautiful things about living on a tropical island, and there's some things that are just plain a pain in the ass. And one of them is trying to get anything delivered. So Amazon is pretty awesome, right? Well, you know, it can only take you so far. And so far, Amazon does not deliver to the islands. So this is what I'm doing today, getting our next order so that it can be delivered to Tropical, and then Tropical can put it on another boat and send it to us, and then we'll have someone put it on a ferry and put it on the ferry and deliver it to whatever island we are. As long as we're in St. Vincent, we can get it. But from the time you order something, from the time it comes in, it takes about a month before you can get it. So some of you patrons are always saying, can I send you something? And I would love that, but it would take so long. And whenever it would arrive, it would have to go to customs, and then in St. Vincent there's a very high duty tax that in other countries you don't have to pay it if you're a yacht in transit, but not in St. Vincent. So you would have to pay duty on all the things you buy, and it's like 30% or something. So it turns out to be a lot. Anyway, so that's what I'm working on today. Just trying to get some of this work done.